Welcome back to another The Red Light Show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, directly for the B4 Contour Thailand. An amazing, great Monday night, special edition of The Red Light. Usually we do the Sunday night, but we are busy last night with a game, and the game was good. Islanders, but was late. And we skipped the show for tonight. We're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens tonight. Of course, Yo Bleu Blanc Rouge, la Sainte-Flanelle, le Tricolore, les Glorieux, les habitants de Montréal. Are you excited like I am tonight? Because this is going to get better and better and better. We are getting at the end of the season, and we have a lot of news this week. The trade deadline's coming. So we have the NHL news, we have the Montreal Canadiens news. I'm going to talk about different things. And then, first of all, we are late, Coach. Well, it's not because of me, it's because of Enartap. Enartap, he talked too much. That's happening. I was stuck here. Like I said, Enartap, we have to go. Yeah, but you think you should do that? Enartap, we have to go. Take him 5 times. I have to stop him. Enartap, people wait. He said, okay, let's go. So, no, just kidding. Just kidding. Enartap is a good man. He's going to be with me the next couple of minutes. But I did not tell him what we're going to do tonight. But I tell him what we're going to talk about. But we have one specific subject, guys. We're going to have a good time together. And I didn't tell him about this. He's going to hear this right now with what I have to tell you. We did projection in October 2025 about the season for Montreal Canadiens for different players. So I bring back all the projection tonight. What I did not do is what was your projection. But I'm going to give you example. We said Zuski over or under. And you're going to tell me if he was right or wrong. And then we have a different projection for the Montreal Canadiens. So we have so many graphics about different players for the Montreal Canadiens also. And have some concern about the Montreal Canadiens too. So this is what we got tonight, guys. Honestly, the subject, we have 3 different subjects. The number one, no doubt, Dobes. Busy week for Ken Hughes and Caufield, 35 goals. A lot of reaction around the Montreal Canadiens. The vibes, the fans are excited. I don't know if like you are with me, like you can see by my voice, my behavior, my face, how I am excited about your Montreal Canadiens. And we cannot talk about the Montreal without him because he's going to give us also some information about the Montreal and what you think about his team. And he's back in the house directly from Toronto. He feels better because last time we talked to him, he was with some kind of flu around him, a cold. But now he's rock and roll. He's ready to talk about the Montreal. Welcome back. Directly from Toronto, Mr. Enartap is in the house tonight.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Hockey Nation. Coach, it's the start of a very, very big week. We're getting closer to that trade deadline time. I think it's going to be an interesting year this year. There's more sellers than, more buyers than sellers. But that's going to raise the value of a lot of players. You know, which teams are desperate enough to pay the price tag and which ones are patient enough to wait it through and see if they can win with the current squad that they have. But interesting rumors out there, that's for sure.
Rumors are up for sure for everybody, and we have a trade happening today. We're going to talk about this in the next couple of minutes.
We had one.
Then we have a few people knock the door. Mr. RJ Crabo back in the house. Welcome back. Notre ami Roger Bouchard est de retour avec nous with Stan. The man, it's Mr. Monday Night. Hello, Enartap. Welcome back, Mr. Stan, the man. La grenouille, la François Lamarche, le doctor from Australia with Mr. Galguru is in the house tonight, this afternoon for him. Hopefully the weather is not too hot. It's hot, Mr. Enartap, in Thailand. Never, but it's my, you know, this is my first full year in the jungle. So every month it's new and I learn about something. But right now in March or end of February, yesterday in my office, I have a square like 12 by 12, right? It was, well, I have a fan. He tell me the temperature. And, you know, right now it's 29, but it's not like Phil 29, but it's 29. And never see 34. And I don't know what the highest this fan can go to, 35, 36, I don't know. But I see 34 yesterday. I said, wow, this is hot. Uh, Brownie, she's like, the tongue out, and she said, we need EC right here. But I gave her a little fan, so now she sleep. She's bigger now, so she go on the couch, and then I put a fan on her. So she's it's funny,
It
but
stays nice and cool.
yeah, it's hot right now. It's really hot. I don't know what I see
Yeah,
last year. We had no rain. It's dry, everything. So we need like a big storm, something like that. It's happened last week, one storm, but we go to the right
Well,
direction for sure.
we had a great day today. Like you're 34 degrees, just remove the 4. We were at 3 degrees and it was balmy, nice.
But you're getting there. Yeah, the spring's coming for
We're
all the
getting there.
people. So
We're
that's
getting
good
there.
things. Henry back in the house, directly from Saskatchewan. Mr. Claude Richard from Ottawa is with us. June Murphy knocked the door already. RJ Calabro, also like I mentioned. Mr. Vinny James. Hey, Coach. Vinny James. I said this upcoming live. Glad to see you still going strong. I just want to drop by. Hi, check in. Hopefully, going well with you and everybody. Welcome back, Vinny James. Long time, my friend. Hopefully, doing well.
007.
Yeah, retire Guy. How are you doing, my friend? Thanks to be with us. Standerman, of course, we said at the beginning. Overdue is knocked the door. The first one tonight. Mr. 007. Glad. He's still, I believe, a big fan of the Ottawa Senator.
He is, yeah. Well, I haven't spoken to him in a long time.
Yeah,
but he was here. He had season tickets to the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah, he was going there. Like, you know, at the time we did the show at 5 o'clock, you know, at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. every night before the game.
The warm-up show.
The warm-up show, exactly. And then 007 was there a lot with Danny. And
yeah,
I care about Danny and him. Never heard about Kelly?
No.
Never see nowhere? Nowhere? No, I did not see a lot. Like nowhere. The guy from the Maritime, didn't see him a lot also. He's still alive, but he's still doing some stuff, but I didn't see him nowhere.
Rubenstein.
Yeah.
Rubenstein.
Yeah. Pete Martin back in the house. Mike Gaudette, welcome back. -8 in Nova Scotia. Mike Gaudette, welcome back again. Mr. Pete Martin is with us. -11 in Montreal right now. On my room is 29. And but beautiful, great morning. Mr. Tap, 4:30 I was awake. And then now she can go outside by herself. So I sent her outside. It was very nice to be outside this morning. We closed the door and she walk around right there. But now we have a big family, Mr. Tap. Now we have around there with 24 ducks. We have 12 baby ducks. Then we have 24. And we expect another 20 the next couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks. We're going to get more ducks. And we're launching a business at the ducks, Mr. Tap.
That's it.
We just missing chicken right now. So, but today I have to buy some food for the ducks and everything. So it's none of the. It's fun. It's different, but Brownie, she love it. She love the.
Sounds like you're loving the farm life. Is it the farm life or is it the jungle life? I'm getting mixed messages here.
It's confusing sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm thinking I should maybe get out here, but time we fix everything. We see what happens.
Yeah.
PLW knocked the door tonight. I go with Matthew Knights to score 3.5. And talking about the hockey, guys.
1-1. 1-1.
Fantasy hockey. Mr. Tap, good weeks again?
Yeah, not bad. A bit slow. And I have a lot of injuries, but hopefully they'll get healthy in time for the playoffs. They're only 3 weeks away for us. So
3 weeks away for the playoff?
I think so. I think we have 3 more weeks of head-to-head, and then the playoffs start. So we're getting there.
Yeah, I have a big wig in front of me right now. I'm still hanging with Willie. Willie's still in the front of me. So I'm very happy about what I'm doing right now. But
so am I. We'll have to meet in the playoffs, Coach.
Yeah, it's something you never know. The injury out there. Ron, welcome back in the house. 28 degrees in Australia, -5 in Ontario for retired guy. I wonder if Albert is worried now. No. Are you getting for panda bear next? No. I would like to have a panda bear, but no. You know, the difficult thing about this, Mr. Tap, is like you have to clean it. When you have only 10, 12 ducks, you clean just an area of the part. But now with those kind of left and right, you clean more. I'm happy because we have two people work clean up for me, like, they help. So that's not too bad, but they're still,
Yeah, it keeps you busy.
yeah, exactly. Marvin, welcome back, Mr. Brand. Welcome back. Thanks to be with us. Happy to be in Australia. Now, will all happening up north, François, where prayer is tough for all the people involved, what's going on around the world. We wish the best of
Yeah.
whatever happening. We just want to be sure everybody's safe and not be stuck. The bad thing behind that, Mr. Natab, like it touched the sport, right? Not maybe here in
Of
USA, in
course.
Canada, but
Of course.
many people right now are stuck in Swan Airport around the tennis this weekend have maybe an effect. Some athletes are stuck in Dubai because this weekend there was play there. The Formula One, Mr. Tab, that's going to be in Australia. They have over 1,000 employees at the Formula One are stuck around. They try to go around. So we want to be sure
Yeah,
everybody
it's
be
some tough
safe.
times out there
That's
for
the most
sure.
important thing.
Everywhere across the world, coach.
Yeah.
It's tough. So we send our prayers out to everybody because it's not an easy thing to navigate, but here we are.
Mr. 48, drummer, -12. And l'île du Prince-Édouard.
PI, yeah.
And we have Mr. ODR. Welcome back. Coach, will you include Cooley, H. Montembeau, and 2 first-round pick for Robert Amesa and Bennington? No. Not at all. ODR.
Montembeau, Gooley, Hage, and 2 firsts. I mean, we'll talk about that later on, but because there's all sorts of rumors flying around.
Yep.
That's a lot, but hey, there's reasons why you may want to and reasons why you wouldn't want to as well. And we'll probably hit on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We're going to go at line, Mr. Natal. We're going to rock and roll the show. We're going to start everybody. You have any question, guys, in
Yeah.
the chat? First of all, just click on the like if you don't mind. Subscribe. Become a member. Only for $2 plus now you can get a member. What you get every Wednesday and Sunday, we do a special newsletter. I don't know if you saw that, Mr. Natap.
Yeah.
The last
Yeah,
one.
I saw it. Yeah. I
So
got
it's
one.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's colorful. It's a lot of things, a lot of great comment, a lot of great information left and right. And if you are also a member and you are part like another team, example like Ron said, Ron, I'm a part of the Kings. I'm a big fan. Can you do a special letters for them? I can do that. It's not a big deal. So just ask me. I will do your team. It's not a problem for me. But every Wednesday and Sunday, we provide you guys. You go on the notification on the channel under the post, and it's only for members. So if you're not a member, you cannot get that newsletter. And it's not only review the game, by the way. It's not like a game report. It's give you a little bit more information, stat, couple number pop up, everything like that. So I got a lot of great comments about this. This is new. More stuff is coming, but just give you an idea, guys, what's going on. Now, thanks again for all the people, all new member of the Hockey Nation Live Show. I'm going to start with the headline, Mr. Tap. The show, I'm going to start yours. I know you said we supposed to do it 2 days ago, but nothing changed, honestly. And I'd make a picture for you, so you have that one, Mr. Tap.
Yeah, I mean, we hadn't even talked about the content of the Red Light Show, but I definitely wanted to put this out there. And really, when you look at what Dobes has been doing for Montreal, I think at this point there should be no more conflict goalie wise. I think Dobes is the guy to ride the majority of the way. He's got a record of 19 wins now, and his last 11 games he's gone 9-0-2, a very respectable 2.92 average. And really, if you're a team that's serious about accelerating, your rebuild into what we would call real contention, then you have to make a decisive uh, choice between the goalies. And I think at this point, they figured it out. Hopefully, that Dobesh is the guy to go with, and the argument for it, I can pinpoint four things. Number one, he's obviously got a higher long term ceiling for Montreal than Montebo does. Pretty much what you see with Montebo now is where I think he'll sort of plateau at. Whereas with Dobesh, I think that there's room to still reach a higher ceiling than what we're seeing right now. And at 6'4", he's got some very strong lateral movement. His positioning has become much calmer now. I think he was more erratic before, early on in the year, and he really fits the current NHL template for what a goalie should be, where you're technically sound. Uh, he's still having a little bit of trouble controlling some of his rebounds, but I think he's become much better and with that as well. And he shows some athleticism. And lately, I've seen quite an improvement with his glove. So that's great to hear and see. Development timeline, it kind of matches the core of the team. Guys like Suzuki and Caufield, Slavkovsky, Demidov, like he fits in perfectly with that, and he grows with the team. He's been with them. I think that he's got the respect of the room. Um, in terms of asset management, he's uh, cost control wise. I think it's very good for a number one goalie. I think he also allows down the road, as soon as Fowler is ready, for Monteball to be very expendable, and you could probably get some kind of asset for him for a playoff bound team. If not this year, maybe next year, because this year obviously we're going to probably have Montebo there. And then finally, I would just say his competitiveness. I think that this guy hates to lose. I think we've seen that. I think he's become much better at controlling his emotions, and it's showing up in spades in his game. So I'm really pleased with his progress so far, and I think at this point, you're not doing any more experiments. Dobesh is your man. He plays every, 2 out of every 3 games at the very least.
Good point about that, for sure. And at that, first of all, um, you know, uh, I think from today until to the end of the season, they cannot to questionable themselves or questionable, say, okay, who will be the goaltender tonight or who's going to be number one. It's just they are, and I said this, I put this there, right, Mr. Nata, for you.
Yeah,
The number are there,
thank you.
19, 5, and 4. It's right there. Don't worry about the save percentage. It's about 19, 5, and 4. So you have 23 of the 28 game. He gave you a point or 2 point. It's not close,
He
Mr.
keeps winning. He
Of
keeps
what
winning.
Montebo is right now. And remember, guys, Montreal Canadiens bring Fowler in the lineup and the team in December, and then he put Fowler in front of him. They put Montebo in front of him. Fowler was Tobes. He was almost conversation to be down in Laval, and I think it was not the right thing. He remember what he said in an interview. Sometime he said, like almost like he said, I win. I don't know what I need to do more to not get the net. Like I won every night. You know what I mean? So 7 straight game, Mr. with a W, Mr. Tap. That gave
That's right.
the last goaltender Montreal to do that is Carey Price in 2016. Like, this is what he is right now. And then you have a record of 902 the last 11 game. So at some point, it's not like, no doubt, you cannot ask a question, who's going to start the goaltender tomorrow, Mr. Tap? It have to be
Yeah,
Tavares.
yeah.
And now, understand, we have a back-to-back for the next 3-6 game, 7 games. So they play this week tomorrow against San Jose. Then they have a back-to-back. Then they have a back-to-back. And then they have another back-to-back. So they're going to go with Tobage tomorrow. They're going to go back with Tobesh, Montembeault this weekend. Tobesh, Montembeault next 2 games, Toronto, Ottawa. And the following weekend, going to go with Montembeault, Tobesh. But after the March 17th, I believe, Mr. Tap, there are no game, only 1 or 2 more set, like back-to-back. So the rest should be it should be Tobesh until they have something happening. So for me, no doubt in my mind, you have to go with Tobesh. Now, it's the straight. This is the end of the season. You have to be consistent with your goaltender number 1. Go to the playoff with the best goaltender you have.
Yeah.
And I think this is the reason right now. Like you said, you have no more conflict about that. I made 2 videos last week about goaltender. But now it's not close. Like you cannot bring anything to say, yeah, but, or if. No, it's done. It's done.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's a
Yeah,
done
no
deal.
leverage.
And not only that, coach, you can see that confidence also is shown in the players playing in front of him, right? I think the defense looks a lot tighter when you see it. The forwards have more uh, confidence in the goalie that he's going to make, and he does. Like even in games where he might allow 3-4 goals, you can rest assured he's going to make saves at key points in the game that at least allow you to be in the game and possibly come back. And that's something that we weren't getting with Monty. So, let's see where this takes us. But I think we're in good hands with Dobesh.
I want to ask you a question for you. Will Dobesh number affect how him and the team does in the playoff?
Well, his numbers are very respectable. Like if you look at his goals against average, it's under 3, which is
Excuse me.
which bless you, which was the target at the beginning of the year that we keep teams at under 3 goals. If you look at a save percentage, it's slightly below right now, but it's right about the NHL average, and that's been improving, ever since they brought Fowler back down and they sort of solidified their goaltending situation. So, yeah, I think it translates. The other good thing is he had, I think, 3 games last year against Washington that he played in the playoffs. So it's not like he's going to be going into the playoffs without any experience. It's a small sample, yes, but he seems to thrive under those kind of situations. So I think it translates for sure in the playoffs.
Yeah, no problem with that. Always says one thing. You have one thing, guys. For me, it's a same percentage number is important for me, but not great. The most important thing. But at the end of the day, Mr. Tap, it's always been for me if the goaltender make the big save at the right time. That's simple.
Exactly.
Now, is lucky? I don't know if he's lucky, but every time he's on the net, Montreal score 4, 5, 6 goals per game. It is what it is. It is.
But
That
that's
way it is
the
for right now.
confidence that the players have, right?
And
That's
that
the
could be
confidence.
another way for the Montreal to play that way. But he made the big save at the right time. Like Montembeault last game, he made the big save in the power on the overtime. Maybe Montreal win Thursday. And Tobesh did a big save against Washington when it was 1-1 or 2-1 or 2-2. And that's what it makes fun between him and Montembeault right now. But we have to see. New coach, everything like that. We cannot push Montembeault out of the bus. But we have to appreciate what he's doing for the Montreal Tobesh. Red light, right, Recico. Have a good one, Francois. Francois, have a good work, my friend. Oh, Dr. Leather, my friend. Don't forget to click on the likes. Appreciate that, Francois. Mine, guys, is on the flip side. And it's not like I want to be negative, but I always said I'm going to bring always the fact of what's going on. I've been this for many years on the channel here. I just bring the fact and what I see. And right now, the second line hit the wall. And remember, on the second line, we have 2 rookies. That's simple, right? We have Kapanen and we have Demidov. And both of them are struggling with Sakeski. Sakeski, since he came back for the Olympics, I don't know, the leg fat jag or whatever is happening, but he's not the same Sakeski we see at the Olympic and with the Montreal Canadiens before that. And then if you don't have that kind of performance on the second line, you're going to have a very difficult time in the playoff and also at the remaining season. We need to have to be sure those three players start to perform for the Montreal Canadiens. Just give you an idea, guys. Kapanen, uh, he has 2 goals in the last 16 games. Demidov, 2 goals in the last 21 games. And yes, he has 15 points and 21 games. As I know that, but still, it's not the same kind of line they produced like they was before. And Sakarski, the last 2 games, both Kapanen, Demidov, and Sakarski at 1 point during the last 2 games, and with -3 for Sakarski, I believe, or Kapanen or Demidov. Another one is -1, and Kapanen is 0 point and -1. So, is it long season? Is it just a slump? Is it just what they are right now? And they have to figure out. I don't want to be negative with that or to push them, they are not good, whatever it is. It's just right now, because
No.
if you don't have that support, it's a little bit like it was before, Mr. Tap. One line and then 3 other lines. And we don't have we have a depth to play a game, but we don't have a lot of scorer at the bottom six. They don't score a lot of goals. It's like one there, one there. Jake Evans, the Philippe Dano example, there's 2 center. They don't score a lot of goals. And then you have Anderson, Gallagher. It's not great. Rangers scored 2 goals back to back right now to cut the lead from 4 goals at 2 goals in the beginning of the first period, guys. Right there. Now, Blue Jacket 4 and the Rangers 2. Flowers 1 and the Toronto Maple Leaf 1. Gabe Perreault scored his second goal. Has 4 goals this season.
Nice.
He scored and spent 24 seconds, guys, and out 42. Anyway, my story behind that is just we need a second line better to have a better playoff, in my opinion, and they need to start. Now, Demidov, he has to improve his game. I did my short video about Demidov today, and it's all about he's a playmaking, but he have to decide to shoot the puck more often to score more goals. He's not a top natural scorer like Kaprizov, for example, but he is better at 2 goals in 21 games, in my opinion. And sometimes he prefer to pass the puck, he hold the puck longer. He need to change a little bit his game and to be more selfish and put the puck more in the net. He have a good release, good shot. And finally, for Kapanen, it's a little bit starting to be a little bit more hard for him. So we'll see what Martin is going to do. But this is going to happen right now. And, Montreal can have some kind of option now, Mr. Tap. Like, it's not like, oh, we cannot touch them. Like, that's all, because I have an idea we're going to bring to you a little bit later in the show, guys, for my
Yeah.
lineup. But we have to see what happening, Mr. Tap. Before that, before you give you your answer, Gary Corey is in the house. Gary C from Winnipeg is in the house. And we'll see what happening there. But Mr. Tap, what do you think about my subject of this advice?
Yeah, it's very valid, Coach. I don't disagree with your topic there. I think it's a valid concern, but by the same token, there's 2 things to keep in mind here, right? Number one, as you said, it's a very young line, and even though Slavkovsky's been pretty much keeping up the pace, he's at I think 40, I want to say 45, 46 points right now. So that's he's almost reached his highest total and continues to play well. Now I know from the Olympics it's been a bit slow out of the gate, but I don't have any doubts with him. I think when you look at Demidov and you look at Kapanen as well, that both of them maybe have hit a bit of a wall just because they're not used to the number of games that are played in the NHL. Coming from different leagues, they play, pretty much a maximum of around 50 games in total. So, and even less in some places. So, I'm not concerned. I think they just have to get their legs below them. The other thing is, you heard Marty St. Louis. The same question was posed to him about the second line, and his response I thought was bang on, where he said, "I think they're a very responsible group, line mates, and they're really trying to emphasize their defensive play, and in doing so, they're forgetting." they're focusing so much on that they're forgetting to converge on the other side of the puck. And so, I think he's going to sort of set them off to the races a little bit more, because all three of them have very good speed and good hands, and they feed into the transition game that Montreal wants to play. It doesn't mean you're going to abandon your defensive game. You never do that. It's essential that they keep working on that, but you don't do it at the risk of your offensive side.
Now, good point about that. Like I said, it's not being negative, but that's the reality. What's going on? The
Yeah,
Martins way. I know. I'm sure if we saw it, they see it too, and they have to figure out that part, and they will see if they're going to make some kind of modification about that, because it's not just one plus slumping on the second line. It's all three. They need to keep up at some point and not stop the result. That's all that opinion. Now, for the people in the chat, and for you, Mr. Atta, I'm going to stay there and I'm going to go back after that, the NHL and Montreal Canadiens. But let's go. They play this week and they play San Jose, where every game this week at the West Coast, guys, I don't expect to be a festival or they're going to be San Jose. Because San Jose, guys, you're going to see a lot of great hockey players there. This is not an easy team.
yeah.
They can score. They can put a puck in the net. You have to be careful. The Anaheim Ducks, guys, they are what? They won their last couple of games straight. The Ducks are a very
More.
fun team to win, to watch. First of all, guys, you're going to have a great time. You say, oh, my God. Yeah, because you don't watch the Ducks. Like most of people don't watch the Ducks. It's just because it's a late game and it's not there. But, guys, McDavid, go
Five
cheer.
straight, five straight wins. 5 straight wins, and they're 8-2
Leo
in their
Carlson,
last 10 games.
the defenseman, Dostal. This is a great team. And the Kings right now with the situation over there will be. So, again, I expect Montreal to be a good week, but don't be a festival. It'll be easy. It's not going to be easy. But let's see my point, guys. Let's say like the next 5 games and the second line struggling again. Are you willing to change the line or not, Mr. Zach?
Yeah, I think the fact that there's finally some depth in the Montreal organization allows Marty St. Louis to try things. I mean, I a lot will depend also what happens this Friday. Even though I don't anticipate a lot of movement, I think that some movement will happen, and that could sort of change the players in their seats, right? Like, you might have to put, if they get a 2C, that's going to be huge, right? It's going to be a pretty much a blockbuster if they do get somebody there, and that will change the complexion of the team. If they put Slavkovsky back on the first line, he's had success there as well, so that fortifies the top line and allows, maybe they pick up a winger, right, that can complement that second line. So there's obviously options, and you do try different things. And I think it's part of your responsibility as a coach to see, who are your hot players, and where do you see some chemistry happening between certain players, and ensuring that you give them the ice time that they deserve.
I agree with you. I think for me, I ask the people in the chat who will be the new line. If you make some modifications, so we ask the same question. If you change the new line, you just talk about Sakaski, maybe more of the first line. What it would be your second line?
Well, you're still gonna have Demidov and Kapanen on that second line. Obviously, I wouldn't switch that. You might have to bring up somebody on the wing that is riding the hot streak at the time. Like, who that player might be. I mean, they've tried so many. It's hard to really say, but you know. It's not out of the possibility of putting somebody like Bolduc back there. I thought he had a pretty good game last time, but there has to be more consistency. Newhook, I thought, given all the time he had off because of his injury, came back and he looked fairly good. You could tell Montreal missed his speed and his ability to jump into plays very quickly, and he's also got if he improves his target shooting a little bit, he can be a dangerous force as well. So, I mean, those two are possibilities right now as well that you can try on that line.
Yeah, good. That comments. New Hook talk about this. Mike, they need a right winger, so I would wait for Edge, Michael Edge, and let him play with Call Nick. Let him make point for 2 years, and then put him on center. Then a good
You
point
have
about
to
this,
wait.
Mike. But at some point, one is the windows of what said, okay, that's enough. We need to move to the next level. Are you willing to wait 2, 3 years and for the development of the other players and to push the team down, not down, but hold it, like you go on the race, right? On the horse track, and your horse is the best horse on the track right now, but you hold him. You hold him at the 3/4 because you don't want to get him more until to the end at the final stretch. He's going to show up and he's going to beat everybody. But until when we hold this team, is it another year, another 2 years, another 3 years? Are we wait for Zareski and Michael Edge? Or nothing against Michael Gadet, but it was nothing against you, Mark. But at some point, I think Montreal need to set up and say, for me, it's next year. This year, I was, again, not skeptical, but it was not guaranteed for me Montreal is going to returning there. I was still waiting for, and they still have a couple of players who they need to figure out everything. But next year, Mr. There's no doubt now that this is over. This team right now is going to be on the playoff every year. You know what I mean? Like, I start the season now, not the same kind of the mindset about the team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would say to you last year, maybe 50-50 in October. Or maybe they make it. They don't make it. It's not end of the world, Mr. Top, because we still have a lot of work to do with that team.
That's
But
right.
next year, I'll be honest with you right now, we tell everybody, guys, in April and October 2026, I'm going to tell you this team have to be in the playoff. It will be a fail or unsuccessful year if Montreal don't. So at some point, we need to make some other change. But for the second line right now, not tonight, not tomorrow night. If something happening the next 5 games, I'll just give you guys 5 games. I think for me, I put back Sakaski in the first line. I put Kirby Dak, Alex Newhook, and Demidov together on the second line. And
Yeah, Doc has been playing decently as well. Yeah.
I think that will help. I think Alex Newhook look good right now. I think he can bring. That would put Kapanen on a very bad chair and a very bad situation. And I would feel bad for him because now you're going to be another winger. And it's not like he likes to do. It's a winger. And he's not going to help Dano or Evans because they are all right shooter. When you have Newhook on the bottom 6 minutes on top, if you have a change on the line, on the dots, you have a left or right. That's better situation for the coach to do that. But again, no rush. But I think that's something you have to do that. Now back to Mike again. I think we cannot wait for Michael Edge. Every time that I agree, we need, and I would say we need another top 6 forward, Mr. Top. In my opinion, we need top 6 forward. And is it eternal? Michael Edge going to be with Montreal at the end of the season, or he's going to be Laval? He's going to not be ready next year. Can be joining Montreal like Demidov, but can we wait another 2 years, 3 years before he develop to be that kind of top 6? I'm not sure if we have enough time. Is it Kirby Dak could be that player? Kirby Dak have 8 points the last 8 games. Kirby Dak help. Can he do this? I'm not sure. He does a really good job. He complementary right now. Ziski and Caufield right now. It's not perfect.
He does.
But I think right now he does a good job. And we need that kind of player, I believe, with Caufield and Ziski. The only thing I would say to you for Dak, Mr. Antap, a little bit more meanness. Like he doesn't scare anybody. He's not want to, he doesn't want to pushing more. Like, I don't say Sikorsky more, but I think it's not on his DNA to be like Josh Anderson. Does it make sense? Like, I would like to him to be like a bit like
Yeah,
the
he's
meanest of
improved a
Josh
little bit.
Anderson, a little bit more tough. Everything like that, he get pushy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nobody like, I don't know how I can express this about him, but
No, no, you're not wrong. I mean, I like the fact that this year he's sort of shown a little bit more teeth, and he does kind of get involved in those kind of activities as well. He shows a little bit more of an edge to him. But you're right. If he could pick up a little bit more of that and sort of impose his size a little bit more, it's going to make him that much more effective. And the same thing with Doc. Like Doc does a decent job of trying to dig the puck out of the corners and trying to get using his speed and also his physicality. But the problem with Doc is, besides obviously being injury prone that we've seen over the last 2 or 3 years, it's also the fact that it's the consistency that we have to worry about. And so if you're playing on a top six position, I mean that consistency has to be there every single night.
yeah, definitely, for sure. I agree with
Yeah.
you about that. Mr. Santel, we'll go to welcome Mr. Bayon. Bayon, I believe is his name. You, Rick. Welcome back. You talk about JAKUB. We're going to talk about him next in a couple of minutes. Tony, back in the house. They need new hook at the second line. Eminem, knock the door. Welcome back. Amen. Thanks for all the likes we got so far. RG Gabo with all the update. And then, yeah, with you, it was a nice day. And 11 today were there. The hook could be trade bait for a big trade. Gary Cournoyer. LDP knocked the door. Welcome back. In 2 years, we maybe go and get someone like Tom Wilson. About that, we don't need more forward. We have too much talent now. Defense win. I agree, Mike, about Wilson, but I want him this season. About that. So, guys, Washington not going to trade Tom Wilson. Like, not allowed. Like, it would cost you a lot to get Tom Wilson, honestly, with the Montreal Canadiens, but I can understand your point of view about him for sure. So we get the alignments on tap. We have to move on. Go to you guys a couple of minutes about the NHL news because you have a lot of things going on around the NHL. And I will bring to Ken Hughes after that, guys. First of all, they have not the first trade, but one of the trade of the week for the trade deadline. The Edmonton Oilers and the Chicago Blackhawks make an agreement to have a trade. And Chicago send the veteran, the 32 years old, Connor Murphy, to the Edmonton Oilers and return a second-round pick. I think it's 2028, if my memory is good. And then Chicago retain 50%. We report this. It was not officially announced by the team. I don't know at this moment it is now.
It is. I think it has been. Yeah.
Okay. So is it 28 or 26?
I don't have that in front of me,
Okay.
but
so at the end of the day, guys, this is the deal between both of them. Chicago keep 50%, $2.2 million, I believe, for the remaining of the season. Murphy, he become a UFA at the end of the season. What this bring for both teams? First of all, Chicago get more asset. They get another pick for 2028. That's the reason to do that. That opened the door to let their players like Leshinov, Crevier, Renzel, and Korchinski to play more time for the rest of the season with the Chicago Blackhawks. They have to evaluate their players. On the flip side, Edmonton Oilers bring something they need badly and more like a right defenseman. He would bring physical thing. He will not fix all the defense situation, but he will help. He will help the defense side of the game, and he's a very excellent PK on the short-handed right defenseman. So that way helping them, the Edmonton Oilers. They still have a lot of work to do. This team can score mission on top. I check. I think the report was the last 10 game. They lead the NHL with the most goals, 44. That's very good. It's 4.4 goals per game mission on top. That's, you know what I mean?
It's excellent.
But The problem, they are lead the NHL on the flip side. On the goal again with 46. So they score 44, but they gave 46. Imagine if this team was a team with defensively also. This team, guys, would be the most dangerous team in NHL, but they don't have that kind of situation for that. Gary Guy is in the house. Welcome back, Guy. Thanks to be with us, all the people. Coach Bryce Pickford, tough guy forward. Pete, I don't know if you want to trade Pickford for the tough guy forward, but he's a defenseman, right defenseman. I think Hughes will bring a player that nobody expected, Thomas Kadri, with a smoke screen, you believe, for Hughes. So this is a trade there. I don't know if you want to add something or what I just said.
No, I just thought it was an excellent deal for Edmonton. I mean, it's not that they've addressed their entire defensive structure, but they've solidified it a little bit. Murphy, like you said, is a great PK person. He's, I think, 6'4", if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's 6'4", 6'5", yeah.
Yes, 218 pounds or something, and he's good at clearing players out of in front of the net.
He's
I
a
think
good
it was
leader,
a good
by the way.
pickup, and they got exactly, and he's been around for a while, so he brings a little bit of experience, and to get Chicago to retain 50% of that as well, I thought, for a second round pick that they're going to get, which is Edmonton's pick, it's not gonna amount to much. So what it's done, Coach, now it's really set the baseline now for defenseman trades that are going to be made moving forward.
Well, yeah, the other right defenseman that people are looking for, right? You have
right.
Myers, you have Justin Falk, Ristolainen. They are going to be like that. They're going to figure out those kind of players right there for this one. That said, Mr. Tab, I want to bring something. Maybe we don't talk about this. Remember, guys, 2017. We talk about what, 8 years ago?
Yeah, close. Yeah.
All right.
8, 9 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Stan Bowman trade him to he trade for him from the Arizona Coyotes to send to Chicago. If you remember that one over there. So you have some kind of relationship between Bowman and Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy never played in the playoff. He played over 547 games with Chicago, 800, I believe, in NHL. Never been in the playoff. But one thing we don't talk about him, he's been the last 5 years the Chicago Players, guys, for not the Lindy Bank, not the Lindy Big. The players play a specific role on the community, on the town. Like, he's involved with Fan Foundation. He helped the city of Chicago. You have a trophy
for Masterton, is it?
Yeah, I think it's been Masterton.
Okay.
So he's been the last 5 years that kind of player for the Chicago Blackhawks. So the man have some kind of leadership, whatever, never been in the playoff. So he bring another dimension for the Edmonton Oilers. And I think behind Bouchard, they always use a left shooter, like like one man example on the left side. So I think he's not like Kudos. Physically, like Kudos is a little bit more hit harder. But Murphy can go to the corner, he can fight, he can drop the glove, no doubt. So at the end of the day, this is good for the Chicago Blackhawks and the Edmonton Oilers. But sometimes we're going to announce other things. The Kings fired 2 days ago earlier, and they gave the interim to DJ Smith. DJ Smith, long story, guys, he started his career with the Toronto Maple Leafs under Mike Babcock as an assistant coach. And he's been there. He was really well known as a head coach for many years with the Ottawa Senators before he got fired. He got hired last season with the Los Angeles Kings, and now Hellier, after his third year with the Kings, decided to get fired. Only the second coach, I believe, this season, if my memory is good. I think the first one was Dane Everson, in my opinion. So what do you expect now is 1-1, I believe, son, he returned. But what do you expect that it will be faced? Rangers now cut the lead by 1 goal. Blue Jacket, Mr. Tab, this is This is a team I write a lot, and one of the worst team when they lead. Like they cannot close it. Now it's 4-3. Will be interesting. The next 7 minutes. Borgen scored his goal. Perrault get another assist. By the way.
Let's hope
Anyhow,
the Rangers
sorry about
can
that.
win this.
About the King, give us a little bit your information.
Yeah, for me, the Kings are quite an enigma because they're in a situation where they're an older team, and I think that they have to look forward to the fact that they need to shed some contracts off their roster and try to build up the everything again. I mean, Smith going in there, I don't think that that's going to make a huge difference for the Kings, but they're like I think Blake has made some ill-advised moves over the years, and it's sort of brought the Kings to the position that they're in now. They've had their opportunity. I think what was it, 3 years, 4 years now in a row that they've met up with Edmonton in the playoffs, which you could say that that's a tough matchup every time. But last year they had a great record and looked like going into the playoffs and finally having, I believe they had home ice advantage as well. They should have possibly overcome that obstacle. They did not. And so sometimes that plays in your head. And we see that they're in the situation they are now, which is fighting for a wild card position. And then on top of that, you throw in the injuries that they've had and the fact that now Fiala's gone as well, just when you went and picked up Panarin. And it's gonna make it's a tough road ahead for them. I don't see them finding a road to the playoffs this year. And that being the case, they'd be, I think they'd be better advised to sell than they are to try to do anything to remedy the situation by picking up a rental and trying to make the playoffs, because it's even if they make a wild card position, who are they going to play? They're going to play Colorado, and that's going to be a very difficult road to go get through.
You're right about that. I just watching the game, the Rangers and
Go Rangers! Go Rangers!
and Columbus Blue Jacket, and then someone pushed the puck out, and then anyway, Marshman lose the puck, and then he dropped. Then he hit the face of the Fentelli in the back behind. So it's like it was like funny to see that. Anyhow, it will be interesting, guys. The Kings, and it's not only looking bad over there, Mr. Nata, because they lost Kosmenko. Kosmenko, is it Kosmenko? I think it is. And they lost Fiala for the look like for the rest of the season. And now today they announced. Not this one. Went on here. Joan Armia is going to be on the ER. So not only Fiala, not only Kosmenko, but now they lose Armia, their top 9 forward out of the lineup. That's not going to be easy for DJ Smith for sure. Whatever they are going to have about $15 million on the market to make a trade. Rumor Patrick Laine, 7 Senkos. I'll be shocked Senkos go there. So be very interesting how aggressively they're going to be, Ken Olin. And like you just mentioned, and the people in the chat also, the Kings have no team right now. The Pacific division is looking bad, Mr. Natap. But this is terrible division right now, to be honest with you. The Vegas, Mr. Natap, depuis January 29, I believe, or January 19, they are 4-7-2, the Vegas guys. So the Vegas struggling, the Oilers struggling, and the Ducks, the Kraken, the San Jose, they're hanging there, and the Kings, they try to figure out something. They still, but in my opinion, I don't see how they can get out after one of the 5 teams I just mentioned is going to be out of the division. But how this team can play again, Colorado, Dallas, or Minnesota at the final Western Conference, exactly. I don't see that.
No, it's very difficult because it's that first round that is going to pose the biggest problem for them.
Gabe Perrault score a goal It's the second goal of
Again,
the night, his third point of the game, and the Rangers tied the game. Are you kidding me?
good for
It's
them.
through right there. I didn't see the goal. Right now it's coming. A turnover en notre zone by Fendeni, non, de le puck. Let me check, guys, the goal right there behind the net now. Ran puck to the board. Now pinched by the defenseman Stevenson. The Rangers coming out at 3 versus 2. 2 versus 1 right there. And he tied the game. And Mustikin and Trocheck on the ice. And that's it, on top. 4-4.
Good news. Good news for Montreal. Hopefully, the Rangers can finish the job and Montreal can gain a game of hand on them.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Coach. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you, the way the Pacific is and the way Anaheim is hot right now. If Anaheim actually wins the division, I think they're only 1 or 2 points out right now, and probably a game in hand on Vegas as well. And I mean, don't look now, but San Jose is making a nice push. I know they still have, 2 or 3 teams they have to jump over, but again, it's they have some young kids, and I think the goaltending has been good too. There, I wouldn't be surprised if they snuck up on Seattle and take away that wild card from them.
You're right. If you think about that, guys, that line a couple years ago at the
Yeah,
NTTP, at the USA program, Rand Leonard, Will Smith, and Kate Perrault, guys, they grew up
yeah,
together at 16 years old, 17 years old. And then they got drafted. New York Rangers, San Jose Sharks, Washington Capitals, right? Smith, second overall pick, I believe. Leonard, 8th overall pick. Perrault, 24th overall pick. All three players played with Boston College, if you remember, Mr. Tap,
that's
a
right.
couple of years ago, right? And then they have their path. Smith was the first one jumping in the NHL. After that, you got Leonard, and then after that, you got Perrault. Perrault, it takes a little bit more longer. Perrault, guys, I'll give you the best description to him. And I know he's going to get that kind of number, but just to give you the quality of the player is remind me Luc Robitaille, Gabe Perrault. The problem
Yeah,
is his
yeah, that's
skating.
a good
That's what I
enough.
compare him.
Yeah,
His skating is not there, and he needs to improve that. But the hands, the ability to put the puck in the net, Gabe Perrault was better at Rand Leonard. Leonard is more the the the, the forward, right? The forechecker. And then for years, guys, and 5 years, and 10 years, maybe dead. And I remember many of you remember what I'm going to tell you guys. I don't know the future Montreal Canadiens, but tonight you mentioned, oh, I would like to get Tom Wilson, or I would like to get that type of players looking for. We have it. We not select him. It was Ryan Leonard. We select David
yeah,
Rebacker.
yeah,
It's easy
yeah.
talk that way. It's easy year after year to remember what happened in the past. I understand that. I don't blame anyone, but sometimes they have to figure out that. And I think that would be a mistake for a long time for the Montreal Canadiens. The David Rebacker pick, obviously push everything a little bit more deeper. Anyhow, Mr. Antal, Garrett, I have a question for you. Do you think Mr. Hughes make any move before the deadline, or do you think he's going to be quiet week before the trade deadline for the Habs?
I think he makes a move. What type of move will depend on the asking price, right? I think if he can hit a home run, he'll try, especially if it's a 2C. And the biggest name out there right now that we keep hearing in rumors is Robert Thomas. And I think if if you can get him at a good price, where you're not giving up a heck of a lot, which is a big ask, he might try to pull the trigger. But the nice thing is he doesn't have to right now, right? I think he's kicking tires and seeing what teams are willing to trade for. I do think they'll address um, second or third pairing defensemen on the right side, just to bring a little bit more stability to that group. Kind of like a defensive defenseman that can clear people out in front of the net, maybe has a little bit of grit to them, and makes players feel their presence. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for a winger as well, a big guy that brings some experience, maybe some grit, and size. I think that's essential going into the playoffs. So I could see a couple of moves. The magnitude of the moves, that is hard to say because, like I said, I don't think Hughes is going to mortgage the farm here for their 2C right now if it presents itself. But if he can hit a home run with it and the asking price isn't that bad, then he'll pull the trigger. He always surprises us.
You're right. I'm going to move on, Mr. Hunter. I'm going to go back a little bit later about this. The injury guy here is Al Gibson. Left the game today. Nashville lost today 4-2 against Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit lost the goaltender Gibson. This is a big, important update we have to hear the next couple of days for them. Neither Raider for the Jet, not looking good. Also, 4 to 6 weeks. This is not going to be help the Jets their end of the season. Of course, Zibanejad, Mr. I'll tell you, he almost scored a goal. By the way, Janmark is out for the Oilers for the rest of the season. So we'll see what's happening the rest. And that's all we got. The NHL game. I'm going to focus more for the Montreal Canadiens. This is the only show we have this week about the Montreal Canadiens. So let's see what we got, guys, on the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, we have to talk about Habs right here. Apologize. News. But Montreal Canadiens, no practice yesterday because remember this was the show was yesterday was supposed to be there, so the template is a bit difficult. They practiced today, Mr. Tap, and he was focusing on the education school today, Mr. Tap. Martin Sioux been on the eye for longer practice, and he was teaching. He was showing. He was take a time. This is the kind of practice the player does not like it. They don't like it because you have a lot of time out. When I was coaching and the minor, they have only 60 minutes, 2 times per week, sometimes 3 times per week. The parents, don't do that. We pay for this. They want to move and everything like that. But sometimes you have to be educated. You have to be an educator to show that. So what's happening, guys? Everybody is stationary on the ice. They wait, and then they take the puck, shoot the puck. Don't shoot the puck. They throw the puck in the corner, and now they have to react about that. He was working today on the 5-on-6 and 6-on-5 to show both sides of the game what they need to improve. So a lot of education for them. They take the plane after that, and they are right now on the West Coast, and they're going to play San Jose tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. So remember, guys, the game tomorrow is at 10 o'clock. And we're going to be live at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, Mr. Hunter, we'll go to Boston at the Diddy Garden to watch the game between the Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Why? Because the Boston Bruins are still on the Atlantic Division. Meanwhile, the people talk about this. We're going to show to you guys and everybody in the chat where they are on the Atlantic Division, Mr. Hunter. If I can find it, I have no clue where this is, what this target right there. The standing, Mr. Hunter. Here we go. This is the standing update, guys, today. After the game for Detroit. Tampa Bay Lightning, 80 points. Buffalo lead the second place with 36 points. They have one game again at the Montreal game. Whatsoever Montreal won tomorrow night, they still at the second because the win 35 versus 34. Detroit jumped over the Montreal with 76 points, 2 points for the Montreal game, but the Montreal have 2 games in hands, and this is a great advantage for them. If they end the Boston Bruins are 71. But here's really interesting after that, Mr. Hunter. 66, 63, 63, 63. Toronto, I put this the 2 times, so to be sure that you know you can read this way better, Mr. Hunter. You remember that one, but this is going to be a fun wild card, but I think it's getting harder for the Panthers, Ottawa, and the Toronto Maple Leafs to come back in the race.
Yeah.
I don't see anything of them can do it, honestly, Mr. Hunter.
Coach, I think could be mistaken. I think Montreal has 75 points.
Yes, because I missed the last game at 9
Yeah,
OTL. So you're right about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That condenses it even more. But I mean, it's not something we didn't expect, right? The Atlantic Division has been like this all year long. The key here is to make sure that 5 teams from the Atlantic get in, right? And so when you look at the Metropolitan and you have Pittsburgh and the Islanders that are sort of solidifying themselves, and that was a big loss by Washington the other night because it keeps them now 6 points out of third place behind, I think, the Islanders right now. Um, Key is can we keep Washington below the wild card spot? And if you can get 5 teams from the Atlantic, it's just a matter of who finishes where. But it's going to be a heck of a race. I think it goes right down to the last couple games of the year.
Yeah.
To finish, it would be nice to finish second. I think that that's a realistic goal because they're all lumped in the same area. And that's why this trade deadline is going to be important because I think, Detroit's going to try to do something. They have cap space to do it. By the same token, the Buffalo will probably make a move or two. So, sometimes you're going to make a move just for the purposes of keeping up with your neighbor here, and it's whoever gets that valuable asset it's going to set them apart from the other 2 or 3 teams that are in the Atlantic.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry about that.
Boston's going to make a move, right? Boston will make a move for sure. Yeah.
This is Atlantic will be decided after the week. Will be a better view of what it could look like. I don't think so. Boston will be aggressive. For what I heard from, I watched a press conference of Don Sweeney. They don't expect too much to be aggressive at the trade deadline. So we have to wait what happening there. So Montreal could end up at the second play. It beats San Jose. You're right about this, Pierre Martin. Tom Wilson as a summer plays in Ayers Cliff, Quebec. You never know. Gary Conroyer about that. It's not because you never know why. You have to think, Tom, to get Tom Wilson, guys, that would cost you Caden Cooley, Michael Edge. That's simple. You're not going to get Tom Wilson for only Michael Edge. You have to pay the price to get Tom Wilson. You don't have Tom Wilson everywhere. So are you willing to give a first-round pick, Michael Edge and Caden Cooley? If this is the case, you can get him for sure. About that, but I don't see that. Last week, Montreal have 3 points on the 4. They lost again the Islanders. They beat the Washington Capitals. Overtime in Rangers, by the way. Caufield, Dobes, Hughes, Thompson, Madison, Doc, all really pay more my attention for the Montreal Canadiens during the week last week. And give us a bit more, we talk a lot about Tobesh. We're going to maybe skip Tobesh, to be honest with you. But I think we have a lot of great word about Mr. Clash, Mr. Saturday Night, Cole Caufield, 3 goals last week. And then you have Zuski, 3 points Saturday night. And then Dobson, 2 goals against New York Islanders. Madison, I think he have a really great game at both games. He did not get a shot by Perrault, he missed it. When the release, it was now Columbus on the 2-1, and Marchenko's coming out. Shoot the puck, he scored a goal. The Columbus beat just again on that one after Perrault missed it. Marchenko scored a goal, and missing a tap. This game is over.
Done.
5-4 Columbus. So why you want Columbus lose?
Well, just to push them down even more. Like, stay away from the teams that are competing up in the wild card. I don't want them.
You have a fantasy player, maybe he's like.
No. The fact that the Rangers are dead last, if they win a game or two, who cares, right?
It'll be better for Chicago, to be honest with you. Chicago can go down if they don't have that one. That'll be better for the Montreal Canadiens, for the Chicago Blackhawks. I have to get that part of there. I try to pick up if my other team play against me, if they have good, Mr. Tap. He has Chesterkin. So he finished with -2 Chesterkin. So I'm happy about that, Mr. Tap. We're going the right way about that one. But yeah, Pierre, à place de will I go to good luck. You have some line. I know les parents have one there. Go Habs, go. So could be that have a good week also with the Montreal Canadiens. I know it's not like a big highlights, but that would do the dirty walk. The dirty work for the Montreal Canadiens. So we very interesting Montreal to do. We're going to talk about the Montreal the next couple of minutes, so don't go nowhere, Mr. Tap, because at the end of the day, you have other things. Red flag, Mr. Tap. We talk about the second line. We can maybe skip that one if you want to. The penalty kill. How much then? How you feel about that? The people in the chat and the lead at the third period. I don't think so. We talked enough about that part. Two things happening last week. The PK is one of the worst, 26, 27 in NHL before the day today. And then you have the lead at the third period. They lost 10 times, I believe, this year, the lead. And then also they gave 10 goals at the 6 versus 5. And they lead the NHL also with that part. So put this together, Mr. Tap, stir the pot, and give us your recipes about the penalty kill and the lead of the third period.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with the third period lead, and to me, it's all about execution and making sure once you have that lead that you don't just sit back on it. And I think that they're a young team and they're making those kind of mistakes, and I think they're starting to get a little bit better at preserving the lead, but they really have to keep the foot to the pedal and try to stay within the game that got them that lead in the first place. They're not quite at the stage yet where they can just score a couple goals and then sit back and just hold that lead the rest of the way. So just play your game. It's simple. Like you can sort of drop one player back a little bit more once the third period comes along, but you have to be able to take advantage of the opportunities when they rise. It's that killer instinct, and that comes with experience, unfortunately. So hopefully they'll be in a position by the time they get to the playoffs that they harness that skill a little bit more. With the penalty kill, it's been an issue all year long. We talked about having lost a couple of key players that like a Dvorak and an Armia that were integral parts of the penalty kill. But now they've picked up Dano. I think that sort of helped the situation a bit. I think if they sort of pick up a right-handed defenseman as well by the trade deadline time, that is good on the penalty kill. I know one of the names we were surfacing well over a week ago was Murphy himself, who got traded today. That would have been that type of player would have been a good add for Montreal. I think that it will improve. They've shown signs of it improving. So they have to get that corrected, because come playoff time, if you have to kill penalties and you're not able to, that's sometimes the difference, between winning and losing a game.
Yeah, definitely they have to learn about this. Is another way, they have to learn as a team together. It's still a young team, and sometimes it's not about, it's the puck management. I think we talk about this, and I think this is the way you can protect your lead by the puck management. Less risk, take your risk by calculate your risk all the time, not only on the pinch, but also on the neutral zone, on defensive side. And when you manage your puck better, you have less chance for opponent team to get an opportunity to tie the game or lead and to take the win. That for sure. On the penalty kill, I would say to you, I think they're missing a right defenseman. They use Carrier, but I don't think Carrier is the number one. Then they're going to use Coley on the right side when he's the left side. So I think they will need to bring something somewhere, have a better PK at some point. They're really missing David David Savard, Mr.
Savard.
Antap, for sure. On this one, we're going to move on, Mr. Antap. I want to get this with everybody. Don't forget to click on the likes. The app roster, you is on the clock. So it was, we talked about early the Dobes and the middle of the screen. It was Can Use, busy week. And, your answer to Garrett, see it a bit early. But what your expectation now overall from Mr. Antap? The people in the chat, are you waiting for Can Use make a big trade? If not, let me know. But I'm going to bring you this graphic, Mr. Antap, the target on the Montreal Canadiens. Let me know what you think about the right defenseman, goalie, top six, bottom six, whatever you think Montreal can make a move, or they're going to use the card of the patient and wait until summer or another time, Mr. Antap.
I think we hit on most of these points earlier. Definitely, I think right-handed defenseman is on their radar, as is a top six player. In terms of the bottom six player, I mean, here's the issue. Right now, they have a lot of players that are on the roster, right? And I think they have to clear out before they can bring in somebody. And if they're bringing somebody in, it has to be somebody that brings some experience, brings some size, brings some ruggedness to the position. If it's a bottom six, if it's a top six, you're looking either at a 2C, if that's possible, which I don't think that's going to be the case this year. But definitely, a big winger that can be effective, has been there in the playoffs, knows how to win, and can help sustain that second line. Because, like I said earlier, if your top two lines are not scoring, you're going to have a hard time moving forward. Goalie wise, coach, I don't see it. I think for now they're content with the fact that they've established, hopefully, that Dobes is their guy. And Montebo has shown improvement, even though he's still not at the level that we saw last year and what our expectations for him might be. And they're willing, I think, to ride it out and see next year maybe Fowler takes that spot away. And I think Montebo's contract expires next year. It's finished, if I recall correctly, or does he have one more year?
One more year,
remember
Montebo.
One more year. Yeah. So, I mean, something could happen over the summer, but I don't see anything happening. Like, I know there's been a lot of talk about Bennington and, I just don't see that happening.
Yeah. Would you trade for Zach Whitecloud, Mr. Antap?
100%. 100%. I think you can get Whitecloud maybe for a second round pick. And it would address exactly what we need. He's a big guy. I think he's 6'4", 220 pounds. He's rugged. He moves players out of the way. He hits a lot as well. So and he's on the PK as well. So I think that would be a great addition if they can get him.
Yeah, this is a defenseman played many years with
Vegas.
With Vegas. He's 29 years old. And one thing you have to remember, guys, he's not 6'4", 6'2", by the way. As the one
6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'2".
Maybe it was Murphy.
But he's a really solid. Yeah. He's a really solid third pairing defenseman. So I'll give you an example, guys. He's a tighter player like Alex Carrier, but just bigger. That's it. So you get 5'10", and you jump in at 6'2". That's what you get with Whitecloud. So if you like Carrier, right, that's what you're going to get Whitecloud. Whitecloud, guys, is a third pairing defenseman. So it will give you more physical of the game versus Carrier. It will win more the ball on the corner. And the Flyers scored a goal, Mr. Antap. The Flyers scored a goal, Mr. Antap. And it's going to be, guys, celebration. Mr. Antap, we have to celebrate that one. It's no case.
Oh, boy. You know what that means, right? Luciano's not coming in tonight.
Now, it could have, I thought there was interference there, but no. Very bad play on the defensive side of the Matthews. And then you have the winger in front of the net, too. And that's it, guys. 2-1. Mitchkov didn't make the pass, I believe, on this goal. But back to Jeff. Thanks so much, my friend. Back again, White Cloud. That's what you get, guys. That's simple. It will helping you PK. It will bring you physicality. Is a third pairing defenseman. If you want to put him on the second pairing guy, you're going to lose him. He's not. He's on the wrong chair. So if you want to get White Cloud, you have to trade Carrier. But Calgary are not looking to trade for another defenseman on the left side. It's not the plot they want to trade. They will love to trade Weigard, Kadri Coleman before White Cloud. But White Cloud is on the market. He have a great, nice contract, $2.75 million per year, and for next 2 years. So that's the one you have to look about this sense. If that's where you want to go that way.
Yeah, it makes total sense. I think that having him would really give that ruggedness to the defensive core. It solidifies your top four as well, and more importantly, it gives that flexibility to Marty St. Louis to now have more confidence in rolling that third pairing defenseman, right? So that you don't give your top four defensemen as much time as they've been logging lately, because when it comes late in the game, we go back to what is one of the reasons why they haven't been able to hold on to leads. We didn't talk about this earlier, Coach, but that's one of the reasons. Like when you're logging the kind of minutes that those top three defenders are right now, Hudson and Dobson and Matheson, it's gonna bring fatigue in the third period, and that's when mistakes are made.
Yeah, definitely about that. I think Luciano would change his logo again about that. If White Cloud would be that good, Vegas won't be to keep him. I will keep Jakai or Sobolka. I will keep Jakai or Sobolka, White Cloud. The problem, PLW, is you bring a left defenseman over the right defenseman. Yeah. That's the problem you get about that. I understand. But I think for me, the biggest trait White Cloud to get Anderson. So they're increasing the right side without Petrangelo. So it was just a decision to trade White Cloud, not because of White Cloud they're looking for. It was just because they're increasing the right side. It's like Montreal, they trade for White Cloud, is because they want to increasing the situation on the hole they have. That's the reason. So why Vegas would keep White Cloud is because they get now a third pairing defenseman, White Cloud, for the first pairing defenseman like Anderson. That's the reason behind that. So you have nothing again White Cloud, but again, White Cloud guy is a third player. Or we want to have a left defenseman Strobel on the right side. I don't know. That's what they have to figure out that, because right now they use Coley on that side. Now they play the musical chair with Jakai and Strobel on the left side. So again, we have to wait with that. We are where we are with Jakai Strobel, not like White Cloud is its friends that make up. That would be, we need. I think for me, White Cloud is better at Carrier, but Montreal prefer to get 100%. That kind of leadership and that kind of players in Montreal. But that time we tell us for sure about that. At the end of the day, it's not White Cloud's going or the third pairing defenseman make a big swing for the Montreal Canadiens. But let's see what's happening there, Mr. Antap. I want to move on with other things for you, if you don't mind. And we are about 10 o'clock, guys. I would like your participation in the chat. Mark, welcome in the house. Murphy or nobody. Murphy got traded today in Edmonton, Mark. So nobody now. You insert Mr. X-Ab. Will Tyler Ab be an upgrade to Jakai? No. No. I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, with all the respect, Tyler Myers is a better defenseman at Jakai, no doubt. His career overrides Mr. Tap. Like, Tyler Myers is the first one pick, I believe, if my memory is good. Uh, he's been in the league for many years. He's been a great defenseman. He's been on the top pair, different top pairing, second pairing. But where he is at his age, 37 years old, no.
It just
And
doesn't fit.
and then remember, I don't want Montreal Canadiens to patch up something just for 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I don't want that. I would prefer to keep Carrier, prefer play Strobel, Jekai, just to use a player for 6 weeks and then it's out. I would prefer to keep the player they have, the chemistry they know. It makes sense. Like, I'm just worried about that. If they get a player in the center tap, like Robert Thomas, I'll just give you an example. But now it's a long term, right? It's not only the 4 weeks, 5 weeks, it's a long term. I understand if you get White Cloud for nobody, I understand that, but I don't think this is what you're looking for at the end. That one, White Cloud is a bottom the food shine defenseman. Is a bottom third pairing. Jakai is still developing, Gary. I don't think so, Gary. I don't think so.
He is. He is,
It's
coach.
not
He is.
developing, guys. He's 24 years old, 4 years in NHL. He is
Yeah,
right
but
now
there's reasons.
is on his limit. It will not change. Jakai will not going to be faster. Jakai is not going to be a better defenseman. He is what he is. Oh, Toronto tied the game
This
2-2, mais sans tape. Nylander,
Yeah.
power
I
play
mean, I
goal.
don't want this to become about Jack-Eye, but I disagree with that. I think in order to develop, you need more ice time, and he's
But
just not getting
that's my
it
point, mais sans tape. He
consistently.
will not develop.
Well,
He's not going to be he's not going to be better. Jakai, it will be the same kind of players you see today. He's the same kind of player he was last
no,
year. It's the same kind of player he was before that. He's never going to be.
no, coach. His play has improved, honestly, and he's much better this year than he was last year as well. And you wait and see in the playoffs.
It's not
He
that.
also
Watch
brings
his
a
game.
different edge to it.
Do me a favor, guys. All right, do me a favor
We're
for the
gonna get
remaining of
into
the
it.
season. All right, take your phone or take a piece of paper, right, and take a note. One thing: every time he make a pass, tape to tape, take a note. When he miss it,
I do.
when he have it. All right. So if he pass the puck to his teammate, so example, he passed the puck to Caufield, check how many times during the game he does a great pass to other players.
You'd be surprised.
You're going to
More
get
so than you
never
think.
going to be over 50%.
No. Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. He
Last
will.
game he played against Islanders, right? Right? How many times he hit the player on his skate and behind behind on the offensive side, Mr. Attack?
I don't know. I didn't see
Five
the
times.
game.
5 times.
Yeah.
2 times on the same
Let me
play, by the way, on the same shift. Now, he get a little bit more and involved with the play, right? He get a little bit more skating more. But for me, what you see, that's the same Jacka you're going to see ever in NHL. Because you cannot to play better during the practice, Mr. Tab, they don't practice. So you're not going to be at the practice to develop the kids to be better. The only time
No,
you get
it's
better
not.
is to be on the trenches to get better. But when you play
Absolutely.
9 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes per game, you're not going to be better. You cannot to be a better player because of that part, because you don't play enough. That's the reason I said that he's not going to be better. Now, he better today like
Yeah,
he was. Of course, he was before, like at the beginning of his career. But what we see today, guys, is a sign that the player is going to be at the end. You have to accept that. Not say he's a bad player.
no, it's not about that. Like, what we're saying, and at least what I'm saying, is he's definitely a third pairing defenseman that brings a quality to the team that not many of our other defensemen do. Number one. Number two, if you want his defensive play to improve, he's got to get more ice time. It's as simple
Well,
as that. And right
that's
now,
my
Marty St. Louis is not in a position to say, okay, I'm going to give him tonight. I'm going to give him 13 to 15 minutes because hey, this game is 2-1 right now, and I'm afraid he might make a mistake. So what does he do? He puts Hudson and Matheson and Dobson out there continually, and then we shouldn't be surprised if we can't hold on to a lead. Like they're definitely those defensemen are definitely players that can log a lot of time, but fatigue sets in at some point, and that's when you make mistakes. If you can roll with six defensemen, even if the third pairing is getting anywhere between 12 to 14 minutes, it alleviates your top four defensemen, and you're not going to make as many mistakes. But if you're going to play him 8 minutes tonight, sit the next night, then 9 minutes the next night, and then sit him again, you can't develop. It's impossible. Just like anything else, you want to become better, you have to practice, 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 and that's what's happening here. But that's just
Exactly.
my opinion.
Exactly what I'm talking about that. And I'll be honest with you guys. I know you're not going to like it. And sport, and any sport, it's about relationship. Whatever. He can tell Martin Saint-Louis we love him. He is not going to be developed with Martin Saint-Louis and Robidas at the point. Forget about
I
guys, you guys.
agree with that. I
You,
agree.
you can tell me, coach, you're wrong. I'm telling you right now. If you was love him or they was believe on him and they was trust him, he would play 15 minutes exactly like Carrier does for the Montreal Canadiens. I don't say Carrier is better at JAKUB. It's not my point here. It's just the point. What I mean, it's a little bit like, and I don't say it that way, but it's a bit like Peseda, Mr. Tap. Why Peseda plays 6 minutes, 7 minutes per game, or name someone else, right? It's just who he is. That's the real thing, and that's sad, but it is. And he should be on the PK every time we have a penalty kill. He should be there because that's where you need to learn. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
they don't do that. And I understand it's a business to win game. I understand those kind of character. That's the reason I said he will not develop. He will not be better. Does it make sense? It's not like
Yeah,
uh,
I understand that he's not given the opportunity. Right.
yeah.
I get that. I get that. I don't disagree with that. But that's also my point. It's not I don't think he's reached the ceiling. That's my only issue. Like until he gets the proper opportunity, he hasn't reached that ceiling in my opinion. But I digress.
And Pierre, he compare like Ragus, Kudas start to be reliable defensemen at 8, 28, 29. You're right. Kudas did
That's
it.
true.
But we don't talk
Like
about the
that
same kind
that
of
should be
defenseman,
That
Rudas
should
and
be his
him.
comparable, coach. That should be his comparable. Like you want to develop to what Agudas does. He's not going to get you scoring. He's not going to put tape to tape passes, but you know what? He takes care of whoever's in front of the net. He lays the body and makes the forwards
But this is
afraid
this
to.
is what he need to improve. That's what he does not know.
Yeah,
Sometimes he lost the guy in front of net. He's not checked in like we he did talk today on the radio where he need to improve in front of like the lack of the Montreal is the physicality in front of net, right? That's what they don't have.
yeah,
Like the Dobson, Hudson, the only one they have is Caden Cooley. That's in my opinion. This is the only one they have in front of net. Like the guy can push everybody and they will do it. The second guy, it should
exactly.
be JAKUB. And that's what JAKUB need to improve. Right? This is what this area of this game. Like I can miss pass, but I cannot miss the guy in front of net. That's my number one over there. I cannot lose the ball in the corner. I cannot. I need to play physical behind the net. Does it make sense? Like this is the area of what he should be at his best with it.
He
I don't
needs
say
to
he's right or
improve
wrong, and that's it's not judge him his play. I'm talking about what is strength for helping the Montreal Canadiens. And if they don't believe on him, Mr. Tap, whatever he does, I again, I don't think so that we're helping them. That we're helping. That's that my point behind this development about that. But that time will tell us exactly.
I get
But
it. Yeah.
for me, tomorrow they return with trouble, Mr. Tap. Jakai sit again tomorrow.
Well, in all fairness, Struble played a very good game his last game.
Trouble play a good
I
game.
thought,
He played a good game.
yeah, I thought he was
Jakai played a good
solid.
game Thursday also. Jekai played a good game.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah,
He played a very good game Thursday. He missed a couple of passes, like I said to you, but his overall, he played his good game at the end of the day. So, and I did not consider Pesada versus Jekai about the quality of players. My point was the time of the players. That's my point behind that. It was just at that time. I'll be honest with you. I've been surprised Martin Sway believe more at Pesada, at Jekai, about the time on the TY, on the responsibility about that. I just feel for me they should use more Jekai on the situation. Like I know he was not there Saturday, but if you went 4-1 or something like that, or 3-1 or 4-1, use Jekai. Don't skip him. Like, don't be worried about him. Just let him play. And you know what? If he gets scored 3-2, that's okay. We just play harder, and we're going to learn about what you cannot put a guy like him, I believe, at 10 minutes per game. It's a little bit like the Chicago Blackhawks, Mr. Tab. You know, you guys, I follow them, right? Because I write for them. So they winning yesterday 4-0, Mr. Tab, at the beginning of the third period. 4-0. They score a goal, Terevenen. I shouldn't do it. Now you have Leshinov, you have Korchinski on the bench. Two defensemen, 22 years old. But Korchinski played 8 minutes on the game. Oliver Moore played 10 minutes on the game. Leshinov played 16, 17 minutes. And I wrote today, I said, yes, great win. But we are on the mode of evaluation, or on the mode only we need to win. What we have to prove right now, we are sit at the 29th position in the standing. It's not how you develop. And I don't say Martin again to be negative about Jekai. I just feel like use him. If you use him, no defenseman should be under 15 minutes in Santa. If you play,
I agree.
Penalty shot, whatever it is, right? No penalty, whatever it is. I think they should play all 15 minutes. And everybody forward should play a minimum 10 minutes to 12 minutes per game if you have no power play PK. But again, this is my own observation. And hopefully for the best for him. During the game is Robdes who run the bench for the defenseman, PLW. About that, Ejika is good for the salary. Cap, he cannot leave. Have 6 defensemen making $6 million up. How about that? The draft he was not good. That's Albert, just not good enough for draft. That's pretty much what I was thinking. I know, Mr. Tap, I want to get there was just disrupt the chat. If you want to wake up the chat, Mr. Tap, we have to bring Jekai with you and me together. But we did not disagree. That's my point behind that. I think we feel the same way about the situation. Mr. Tap, I want to bring this because I want to be the people to be honest tonight, Mr. Tap. And I want you to be honest with me. And I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Tap. So we're going to put this together. I think it's going to be a fun for the next 15 minutes. We passed a little bit longer, guys. I apologize. I think it will be fun. Mr. Tap, at the October, we know Luc Laforcine, he said he's going to have 88 points at the end of the year, Mr. Tap. He predicts this every year. But I'm going to give you guys what we did during the month of October and maybe September, October. And if you are not remember, guys, it's okay. But just tell the truth. So, yes, I was right or I was wrong. And I'm going to tell you the same thing, Mr. Tap. I paid a little bit more. I took the note. I said, he's going to be light to me tonight. He's going to be right. So, I'm going to be that one. Mr. Tap.
I can't remember what I ate.
Nick Zuski, 90.5 over or under. Now, guys, we don't try to do reset is going to make it. What we try to do tonight, if you remember at the beginning of the year, if you said it was under or over, and let me know.
I think I may have said just slightly under at the time.
You said under?
I think so, around 88 or something like that.
Yeah, I think I said over, but I was not like 96 point. It was maybe 91. How about that one over there? Over for Pete Martin about that. I did the same thing, but I was not like guaranteed to get that one over there for them. Now the Flyers try to get a puck back and lose the puck. And then avec Toronto is hanging there with 1 minute to go remaining, guys, on the power play for Toronto. And go back now by Nylander. Lose the puck by Nylander intercept. And then Vladar get a puck back. Now the Flyers coming back. And they try to get around and lose the puck on the left side by the Flyers. Boston, Toronto intercept. Tavares coming out. We still at 2 versus 2, so no danger there, Mr. Tap. And breakaway right there. And he missed the net. And now Toronto in trouble, Mr. Tap. The Flyers coming at 2 versus 1 after they missed the net on the right side of breakaway. Shoot the puck. Stoller make a save. The puck go out of the play, guys. It was Trestel. About that. Sorry about that. Under 89 Ovidio, 90 M&M. Here we go. Mr. Tap, the next one. Cole Caufield, 40 goal. Mr. Tap, are you there? Will you freeze?
I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
That's all right. How many under or over?
In terms of goals, I think I had predicted. Man, I wish I could remember. I think I had him at about 38. So I think I had gone with under.
Yeah, I have the same thing like you, Mr. Tap. 38, 39.
Yeah.
I did not give him 42 on that one. Mark
But
said
we're gonna be wrong
45.
about this one.
Most of the people said over. Only you and me, Stan, said under about that one. So that's interesting, Mr. Tap. The next one,
Being
guys.
honest.
Your guys like ski 55.5, Mr. Tap. Over or under?
Yeah, I definitely went with the over on that.
Yeah.
I
think the most of people we said over, and we was right about that. About Juraj Slavkovsky, and I wish we can do the number of the goal, by the way, for Slavkovsky, but we did not. Claude Richard said 40 plus. Most of the people, Pierre W. Caufield, current pace is 49 goal, Pierre W. Pierre W. destroyed my show. He talk already before and get there. I don't know why he does this, Mr. Tap. I don't get it. It's okay. I wait for people, Mr. Tap. I think the chat sometimes is slow. Slavkovsky, I set over for little 60 for Mike Elliott on that one. So let's move on, Mr. Tap. 2-2. We are on the shootout, by the way. There you go, Mr. Tap. The next one. Patrick Laine, 35.5 goal, Mr. Tap.
Oh, no, I definitely went with the under on that one.
And I think many people did the same thing like you did, Mr. Tap, under. I cannot remember Slavkovsky pick Pete Martin. It's okay. I think most of the people would set Laine at 35.5 about that. The only person I know on the media is Turcotte. The morning, he said he's going to get 40 goals. Canucks take the lead, Mr. Tap. 1-0 against the Dallas Star. Evander Kane scored a goal for the Vancouver guys. Kane is 11 of the 8. And Kane also, the Star won the last 8 games. Pete Martin said also under about him. We're going to move on, guys. We don't want to stay too long. Mike Madison, 40.5. Over or under?
I had him at over. I thought, even though he lost some of the first power play time, I figured, being on the second and the kind of ice time that he logs, he'd definitely be more around 45 to 50 points.
Nylander scored the first goal of the attempt power play shot. I get under with Mike Madison, me too. I let people talk about Laine under on that one. Just under mark about this. Mike Madison, I think about 37, 38 points. You're right. I think Hudson and Thompson will get the time. No power play. I think that will be one. Mitch Cobb's coming on, Mr. Top on the shootout, looking out left and right. Pass again on the back ends. He scored a goal. Mitch Cobb, what a great move about that one. Next one, Mr. Top. Alex Newhook, 40 point over or under?
I think I had him at just slightly over.
Yeah,
I
and
thought that
I
he'd be
think
good.
we mentioned this, Mr. Top, because we thought he's going to play
Yeah,
on the second line,
on the second line. That's right. Yeah,
right? And I
yeah.
think that's the reason behind that. Matthews missed the
And
shootout.
he was also he was originally getting a lot of power play time too at the beginning of the season before he
Yeah,
got hurt, and he
yeah.
got off to a good start. So yeah.
This one I can guarantee you. I took over for New Hook too. Over under
Yeah.
for Lani should been 35 game play. Zegras Mr. Top, the Kuznetsov is coming out. Should have packed. What a goal by Zegras Mr. Top.
He's good at the shootouts, that's for sure. Him and McTavish, probably two of
Mr.
the
Top,
best in the
this
league right now.
release is just power. The
Yeah.
only reason the Flyers won the shootout is because of Zegras. By the way, they pick him. His dummy don't score, guys. The game is over. That's it. We see. He's coming. Shoot the puck. He missed completely. And
Sorry, Luciano.
Flyers win on that one. I'll be honest with you. I don't really care, honestly, who win or lose. But I'm good to Toronto lose if I have a choice. So what? The Flyers guy win
We're so
tonight.
we're so sadistic when it comes to the
Zegras
Leafs.
again and shootout PW. Sorry about that. Got distracted, guys. Apologize. More to go, guys. Kirby Dak, 57 points on that.
Well, starting given the again, I agree with somebody put it out there. Should be put at games played, not points. Kirby Doc, I think I went with the under.
I
I
go
didn't
under
get the
also about that.
yeah,
Mark
yeah.
is questionable. Why do you use Domi over John Tavares? Good question. By the way, guys, I know people, the taste a lot. Luciano in the chat, everything like that. I just want to give you an update, guys, for everything. So be sure we are understand that nothing. Everybody did nothing wrong against Luciano, but we're going to pray a thought for
Yeah.
the mom of Luciano about that situation. So she's not in a good space right now. So just want to share in the reason he's not here for the last 10 days.
Yeah.
He's not been, he's not a guy like the Olympics, so he was not the Olympics. And then send the NHL, you not see him a lot every night with us. It's because he take care about his mom and she's not in good health. So I just want to mention this for
Yeah,
everybody about that one.
we
there. So
definitely pray
nothing again.
for his
People
mom.
talk against him. It's nothing.
Yeah, no, it's all in good fun, and we understand, and our prayers go out to Luciano's mom as well.
You've been there, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. That Brendan Gallagher, 13 goal over under. Before you answer, Mr. Top, I took under.
I think
I
I
said
did
10,
too.
11,
I thought-
12. I didn't see Gallagher more at 13, so I want to give you my answer on
Yeah.
that one.
I mean, it was quite the push last year, and to duplicate that was going to be tough. So yeah, I think I went with the under as well.
Mr. Tap, not Mr. Tap, but PLW or Mark, or everybody in the chat. And I know we finished the show a little bit late, but when you watch the Vancouver Canucks with the jersey they wearing now, the old jersey of the Canucks, which player do you remember the most, Mr. Tap? When you see that, they wear right now the black jersey. Remember the black jersey, and with yellow on them and everything like that. You have any other player for the Vancouver Canucks you remember? If you can share it with me, let me know in the chat if you don't mind.
Is it the one with the V going down with the different colors, black
they
and
don't
yellow?
use they have the new style, but this is the one I'm talking about, the V and the black jersey, everything like that. So
Like I would think Pavel Bure maybe.
Pavel Bure is a good one. I will give you two names, guys. Come on my head right away. It's 2010D, and I would say Stan Smile.
Trevor Linden.
Stan the
Trevor
Manson,
Linden.
Pavel Bure, or Trevor Lindell. Here we go. For me, it's 2010D and Stan Smil. Smil, the last name. I remember.
Smale, yes.
Mel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Smale.
Next one, Mr. Natap. Josh Anderson, 16 goal. Dagger William,
Well,
Claude
I don't
Richard.
remember
Dagger
that one.
William, that's a good one.
I think I would have said under. I
Under?
think I went under.
I cannot remember that one. I'll be honest with you. If I said over or under, I'll be lied to you. I don't want to be right, so I don't want to tell you exact. I'll be honest with you. Mark said, Thomas Gradin, I was waiting for you, Mark, to give us. And so, Petri Strico. I love that one there. I love to do those kind of shows sometimes. Like, remember those kinds. So, one night we should, not right now, but during summer, we should do a night of the old, who do you remember? And we name, and baseball example or in hockey, who do you remember? And you pick a logo of the team, and I think it'll be a fun exercise, guys, to do that. I think it'll be fun because we are not the young people. Remember, like I said to you,
yeah, that
would. The Boston Red Sox example, right? Who do you remember? And before 1990s example. So anyway, Mr. Tap, I get distracted because I just love it.
All right.
Can you call it 30 point over or under, Mr. Tap?
I think I went with under, if I recall.
Me too, Mr. Tap. I go under
because, just the, even though he logs a lot of ice time,
25, 27 point maybe. But I did under because I know he can going to get a lot of point that time. He got hurt also. So we're going to get there, Mr. Tap, for sure. Jabberg Shakai, 150-minute point over and under 150-minute penalty. I know you said over.
Yeah. I probably said over. But given the fact that he hasn't been given a lot of ice time,
that's the point behind
turn out
that.
To be under.
I think it was 140, 155, 175 minutes, and I think I said under because I said, if I remember, my point was, guys, he does not fight like he was before. The fight in initial dropped a lot. And I remember I make a stat like I went on my computer. I said, look, he fight only 5 times, everything like that. And I said under, but not because, again, him, it's just what I think it was, the situation, Mr. Tap. About that. Next one, Mr. Tap.
Sounds good.
Lane Hudson, 62.5 point. Gary Jerk, list.
Yeah, I think with Hudson, I think I went with the over on that.
I think most of the people went over, and I think with Karen, maybe it was the question was, okay, do he can repeat again? It was the second year, right? The sophomore, right? It's called the sophomore
jinx.
Yeah. So, but we still believe it was over 62.5. So most of the people said over about 1%. The last one, Montembeault start 57.
Almost there now.
Montembeault before the season start, guys. By the way, he played 62. Momesso is running. Mark, love it. Montembeault.
Yeah, I went with the under on that for sure.
Yeah, I decided to go with under.
I think I went with the under.
I think if I recall it, it was many people was is it over or under 50 game? That would be the right number. But I think I said under about that one, Mr. Tap. Now we finished this, Mr. Tap. So pretty good, everybody. Don't forget to click on the likes. We won't skip the clash, and we have to go with that one, Mr. Tap. To finish this one. But now we turn the prediction. You have to read now for the rest of the season, Mr. Tap. Nick Suzuki, 68 point and 59 game. 90, 95, or 100. And you have to be, okay, if you said 90, it's going to be 90 to 95, or it said 95, it's going to be 95 to 100. If you said 100, it's 100 and more. So let me know in the chat, guys, what do you have on your prediction for Nick Suzuki until the end of the season, everybody. And Mr. Tap, let me know what you think. How many points at the end Suzuki it would stop. 23
Yeah.
game to go, remember. 23 game. If we give him 1 point per
Yeah.
game, that would give him 91 points.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where it'll be. 90 to 95 points in my estimation.
So you give him 91 points?
90 to 95 in that range, yeah.
All right. I push maybe, Mr. Tap.
I
If
think he
Montreal
is.
Canadiens want to finish strong, I give him 97 points.
Oh, that'd be great. I would love to see that.
97 points. We get there, Pete. After that, Ojik, Ojik, pray for him. Here you go. Last one, Mr. Tap. We're going to finish with him. Caufield, Mr. Tap. 59 game, 35 goal, 60 points so far. Possible 50 goal. So, guys, you tell me yes or no. And you can tell me also exactly what you think he's going to get at the end of the season. 23 games on tap, 15 to go. It's a 0.076 something to score a goal. Is it too hard to get 50?
Yeah, I think, is it possible? Yes. I think if anybody can do it, he can. But I just don't think he's going to quite hit 50. I think he'll finish between, I'd say, 45 to 47, around there in that neighborhood.
So the max you get is 47.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. 47, that gave him a 12 game, 12 goal, and 23 game. That would give him a 0.5. He's right now at 35.60 game. He's at 0.7. I think you're not generous enough, Mr. Tap. You don't believe on your team. So I apologize for people, Mr. Tap, for Mr. Tap. He's still negative.
Goal scorers are
like
streaky,
everybody,
Coach.
guys. I want to apologize for all the fans, guys. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. He's going to be fine. He was going to tell at the end of the season. I was wrong again.
You saw
Mr.
PLW.
Tap, I go with
projection.
49, Mr. Tap.
49. Oh, why not the 50,
at the end of the season, Mr. Tap, they're going to have an empty net. And they're going to not use Cole Caufield, and the people will be upset at Martin Saint-Louis.
Well, as they should be, if that's the case.
Yeah, I know that.
You got 49 goals, you put them on.
I know. So I would give him 49, Mr. Tap. If he got 50, he'll be happy. But I think because the ratio of his pace right now, like he said, PLW is 49. So lucky, that would be good for him. He gets 50. And I hope the best for him, Mr. Tap. Before you left the building, I know it's 37. We have maybe 3 more minutes maximum, Mr. Tap. I don't want to talk about the Laval Walker guys. I have so many things to talk about them. And I want to talk also about the prospect, but we don't have no time. Mr. Tap, prediction of the week and how many points you expect for the Montreal, San Jose, Anaheim, and Lansing Kings. We was right last week. We said 3 points, by the way.
Yeah, I got the 3. Okay, the West Coast here. I mean, the thing I like about it, although Anaheim and San Jose are playing extremely well right now, I like the fact that they mirror a lot what Montreal is doing. They're not teams that will come at you physically, and that's where Montreal usually does poorly. So I'm gonna go with 5 points. I think they're gonna come out of this
5
with
on
5
6.
points. 5 out of 6. I know you're gonna go with 4.
Yeah, that's my point behind that. I hope you're right, Mr. Tap. But
I hope so too.
But I would said 4, in my opinion. I think they're going to beat San Jose and they're going to beat the Kings. The Anaheim, they are 8-2-0 the last 10 games. They won the last 5 games, guys. Anaheim are 1 point behind Vegas. And a lot of people talk about this, Mr. Tap. I would ask it. Dallas just scored a goal, guys, 1-1. For the people I know, I change very quickly, guys. Richer was at 45 with 2 games left. At 1, he scored 50, by the way. Eminem go with 4 points, by the way. Claude Richard go with 5 points. Last question, Mr. Tap. I think this is a good question. I'm going to talk more next week. Coach of the year, Mr. Tap. All right? Coach of the year.
Ooh.
All right? Joel Kenville, for one. Dan Hughes, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Patrick Roy, Islanders. Lindy Ruff, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
If I forget one, guys, I apologize. But they are one I'm thinking, kind of my head. I know Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota, but they have the team for that. I think I'm trying to get with the team have a better surprise or versus what it was at the beginning of the season. But what it would be, that coach.
Would you throw in Cooper in that equation? Has not won the.
He never win it. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think he still have a good team. I think he was going to make the playoffs. It was not surprised me. I can understand your point, but I don't think I would go with Cooper. The Fnac gave it to Cooper. Mark about that. Pete Martin said Lindy Ruff. RDP right now he's at the gym right now. Right now this is a couple of sets. Now he's looking for his form. He's on type. He's right to run. He's jumping over the dumbbell. He's good back. He pick up right away. He said Lindy Ruff, Lindy Ruff, Lindy Ruff, Lindy Ruff, Lindy Ruff. About that one over there. But Lindy Ruff for sure, stand the man. PNW, Betnau, Cotman, and Cooper would be considered about that one over there. I understand for Betnau.
I like Quenneville. I'll be honest with you. Quenneville is a good pick. I think what he's doing with a young team, even though they have some veterans on there as well, I think that was a good move to pick up a couple veteran players last year. Is nothing short of fantastic. Like here they are, they're 1 point away from taking first place in the Pacific, and with that kind of team and hot goaltending that they're getting, they could be trouble in the playoffs.
If you look about the roster, Mr. Tap, versus what they are, I'm debate between Anaheim Ducks and the Islanders, and I'm going to give more to Islanders versus a Ducks. But still, the Kenville play on the smallest division, and they play with 70 points, 69 points, I believe. So I think Islanders have a better way at 75 points on that division. But Lindy Ruff, I would be very close about him. In my opinion, for me, I'd choose between Roy and Lindy Ruff.
Yeah, Lindy Ruff is also a very good selection. I mean, Buffalo's been just fantastic ever since they made the switch with their GM. It's amazing that one switch like that and some I think a healthy squad and great goaltending that they've been getting. It's good to see that finally happening in Buffalo, especially after the start that they had. It was a horrific start. We were all saying Buffalo could get the first pick overall, the way things are going, and then they just completely changed their destiny around.
Mr. Tap, if I said Adam Ernie scored a goal, which league he did it today?
In which league?
Yeah.
NHL, no?
NHL,
Isn't
he did with the Dallas Star tonight, Mr. Tap. Adam Ernie.
Oh, Dallas, yeah.
And is a player he did that, like nobody see him like he started, I believe, with the Tampa Bay Lightning, I believe, like 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
That's right.
So it's a great conversation. The chat guys, Genville, MLS, and they have a funny. This is a good. It will be a very difficult trophy to give about one. I'll be honest with you guys. We're going to talk about this next week and maybe 2-3 weeks, guys. The Norris Trophy is not easy, Mr. Tap. The Carter is easy. It's Sheffer all the way, right? But the Norris Trophy, guys, the MVP and the league, it's not easy also, Mr. Tap.
No, I know. There's going to be a lot of competition.
I can't wait to do that at the end of the next couple of weeks, guys. That's all, Mr. Tap. We lost a couple of more minutes for you. We keep you on the overtime tonight, so I apologize.
Okay.
But it was a fun night. We did a lot. We not have a lot of people, but that's okay. I'll be back a double header tomorrow night, Mr. Antap. Boston and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And then I'm going to do the Montreal Canadiens versus San Jose Sharks. Final score tomorrow night, Mr. Antap. 5-4 Montreal and overtime.
That sounds good to me. 5 points.
You're right.
See if I can do it 2 weeks in a row.
I don't want to tell you, but Caufield is going to score 2 goals tomorrow night. It will be close at 50.
I'm sure you will. Let's hope. I pray.
Have a great week, Mr. Antap. I will see you next weekend, my friend.
Thank you. Good night,
Thank
Coach.
you.
Good night, Hockey Nation.
It was Mr. Enartap, almost said McElliott, but it was Mr. Enartap leave the building like he show up, like he does all the time for the Red Light Show. Hopefully you have a great time with us tonight. Look, I don't know, it's spring. I don't know, it's hot in Thailand. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just happy. I'm just happy. I'm happy. Can I tell you again? I'm happy. Coach is happy. Why? Because I feel the spring is coming for all of us. I smell the playoff. I smell the Montreal Canadiens are considered Colorado take the lead 1-0. Nathan McKinnon scored a goal. I just feel better and better about the Montreal Canadiens. I don't know you like me, but we want to thank all the people that shot tonight. Moderator tonight, we want to thank Mr. Enartap as a co-host like he does. We want to thank RJ Clabo, the news update. And we want to thank all of you to be with us tonight. Part of the show, part of the live, part of the YouTube channel. It's a YouTube channel. It's like a roller coaster. Up, go down. Go up, go down. That part's the most of the thing, guys, is always to be there. Every day, every night, all the time. And you try to be better. You try to improve the channel. You try to become a better play-by-play. Baseball is here, guys. I checked the schedule, guys. I can't wait. The biggest game they talk about is South Korea versus Japan. I could be wrong, but we'll see if we can bring people in the chat from all around the world. I don't know, and we're going to have people, but we're going to do a play-by-play, guys, sometime early in the morning at your time, sometime late afternoon at your time. But I'm going to carry on a couple of games on the next couple of days, and we'll see. Difficult for me to do Team Canada, PW. It's show up at the same time. You have you have the game in Japan, and Miami, Houston, and Puerto Rico. So we'll do my best to carry on the most game, guys, to have a good time together. Baseball back in the house at the Hockey Nation. And Montreal Canadiens tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Double header at the Hockey Nation also tomorrow night. And I can't wait to see all of you back tomorrow. We wish you an amazing, great night for everyone. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Until then, my friend, the only reason we get the 11,600 subscribers is because that's who you are. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thanks so much, M&M. Appreciate a lot. Pete Martin and Pierre W. Knock the door. Merci beaucoup, Marc. And all the people in the chat, Claude Richard and many others. Ovidio, Billy, Guy, Retired Guy, PS, Stan, The Man, Cash Fan, and many others. The Hockey Nation, the Ab Nation, all the... Not yet. Be well, be healthy. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? Someone said 2026. I'm hungry. I'm starving, guys. I was awake at 3:30 today, and I prepared all the show. And I want to thank my AI to do all the graphic. Make a mistake, but it's okay. Hockey Nation, Ab Nation, and all the animal in the kingdom of Thailand. Want to tell you one more thing. We love you, friends. Good night, everybody. Merci, Ovidio, M&M, Cash Fan, everybody. P.S. Booyah!